Yo, what it do, baby? YouTube familia, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be talking to you about my experience with taking Nexium for a whole month. I know that previously some of you guys have seen some of the video, well, actually one of the videos that I made that I got off PPIs, but for some reason, my acid started getting really bad, and this started happening right after I got sick. I had strep throat, and for some reason, the strep throat made my gastro issues so much worse. I'm talking to the point where I feel like I had sleep apnea at night because I'll wake up choking, but like more not just not just the regular acid reflux type choking, which is already bad in itself, but more of like if I was drowning, you know what I mean? Like I'll wake up like gasping for air and just choking. Just like when you get into like a pool, you know what I mean? And you kind of drink water accidentally and it goes into your airways. So something like that, and that was really scary. And this obviously started happening right after the strep throat. So talked to my surgeon, and I asked him if it was okay for me to take the Nexium or at least some sort of acid reducer. And he recommended Nexium and take it for a month to see if that helps. So I went with it. It's not as strong as the prescribed proton pump inhibitors. So I gave that a try for a month, and it actually made the symptoms a little bit better. So that's pretty cool. So let me tell you, I guess, my experience with Nexium. One thing that I do want to say with Nexium, since it's over the counter, and I think for this goes for most of the counter PPIs, they aren't as strong, and which is, I guess, it's a good thing, but also obviously if it's a really bad problem, really bad acid reflux, not so good, because obviously you want something that's like reducing your acid a lot. So when I was taking it for a whole month, it took me a couple of days to start seeing to start seeing some results when it comes to my acid. And even in the box, it says that it takes a couple of days for it to start working. Now when you buy the Nexium, at least when I went to, I believe it was Walgreens, it came in two separate weeks, right? So there's 14 days and then another 14-day dosage. So I grabbed two of those, which it came in one pack, and I used that for 28 days, which is technically a month. So now while I was taking them, of course, I didn't feel some of the same side effects that I do feel with like prescribed PPIs. When I was on pantoprazole and I had the 20 milligrams, and I was taking that once or twice a day. Obviously, I started, feeling fatigued and energy loss and all that stuff. So I didn't feel that with Nexium. I feel like my acid was reduced a little bit. I started sleeping much better, and even though I feel like I have sometimes those symptoms of acid and just like this like burning and this gas, you know what I mean, this gas that you feel like you can breathe, that you can feel coming from your stomach to your throat and then your airways. Even though I still get some of that, I feel like it was like a good trial. It was a good thing to take for a whole month to see how far I was at with managing my symptoms. I still obviously suffer from like regurgitation and acid reflux, so it was a good measurement to see, if that was gonna bring my symptoms from like, over here to like all the way down here, or maybe just like all the way up here to like just a little bit. To see if I actually wanted to take some PPIs. But let me tell you something though. I am going to take, and I'm going to see, not a surgeon, but just a regular gastroenterologist, because I want to take some PPIs, believe it or not, but only because one reason. That's because I'm traveling and I'm going out of the country for 17 days, and I know I don't want my symptoms, or at least acid, to be a huge problem when I'm traveling. You know what I mean? I think it's a good trade-off to have, less acid to worry about, and less symptoms to worry about when I'm traveling. Um, and even though if I get like side effects, I think I'll probably take that because I obviously have experienced those before and I know what that feels like. So I'm gonna see a doctor soon, and it's not my surgeon. My surgeon only worries about surgery, and that's his specialty, right? I gotta see a regular doctor that would help me with my daily symptoms and managing them well over time. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna get on PPIs, and I know obviously with PPIs it might take sometimes a week, maybe over that for the medicines to start working. So I leave on the 2nd. I'm going to El Salvador, and I'm supposed to see the doctor the 29th. So I'm gonna bring him, all my, I guess, history, my medical history, so he can see that I'm eligible to take the PPIs and stuff. So it'll be interesting to do that. And by the time I get over there, it probably won't be enough time for me to be taking the medication, like, you know, I guess to start working right away. But while I'm over there, hopefully I can start seeing some progress and stuff, and I start feeling a little bit better. Um, but back to the Nexium. I thought it was it wasn't like the best thing to take for major acid reflux. I think my acid reflux is mild, but obviously it can go from mild to bad to worse, right? But for the average, it's kind of mild. And when I was taking it, I felt like my acid obviously decreased a little bit. It wasn't a huge major change, but obviously I did feel a difference when it came to eating certain foods or trigger foods. For example, anything acidic, anything that was spicy. The only thing that does still bother me, though, that I would say, it's the eating a lot of fried foods. Fried foods are a killer. I think it's not just in itself because it creates a lot of acid reflux, but also because it's just heavy, right? It's just a lot of fat, and a lot of bad fat. And just adding that to your body, especially when I don't do a lot of fried foods at all, like, because I take good care of my diet and good care of myself. When I do bring anything that's really heavy, and anything that's like breaded, you know what I mean, anything that's fried, my body feels it, and it really reacts to it more than I like. But it is what it is. It's part of the process and part of my journey. I think that's one of the things that I would say was anything that still, even after taking Nexium, it still has a lot of effects on it. So I got off of them from now. I gotta wait till I see my doctor in a couple of days. I see him the November 29th. So if anything major happens, I'll make sure to keep you guys updated. But I mean, just regarding Nexium, it's over the counter. Don't expect too much. It's not anything that it's not as strong as the pantoprazole that I used to take, and the pantoprazole was 20 milligrams. Obviously, I don't think it's meant to heal you. I don't think to be honest, any of these medication, any PPIs, are not meant to heal you. What they do is they help you manage your symptoms and your acid until there is either a lifestyle change, or if you're getting surgery, etc. And for right now, for myself, I guess until there's new technology, and wait to see if I can get any other surgeries, because I guess the most recent technology and surgeries that I've gotten haven't worked for me, unfortunately. But it's all right. We gotta keep going. We gotta keep striving. And as always, guys, take care of yourself. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to me. I have lives every Saturday. I try for the most part on the weekends to try to have lives. If you have any questions, try to join the community. It's a great community we have here. We have built. So thank you for watching my channel, and thank you for watching another video. It's a little quick update on what's going on in my life. And obviously, subscribe. Hit the little bell so you can get notifications when I go live or when I get upload videos. And I'm also starting to upload a lot of shorts, which I'm gonna give I guess a lot of tips of what works with me throughout the daily life, and just, I want to make it a little bit interesting and stuff. So thank you guys for the love. I appreciate you guys as always. Much love. Take it easy, man. See you in the next one.